welcome back to my channel. My name's Lisa Jane, and if you are new here, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. And if you've come back, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Today's video is going to be 10 books I would like to get to before the end of 2025. These are not necessarily off my 25 books in 2025. It's just some books that I've been looking at on my book cart, on my bookshelves, and thought there's some that I'd really like to get to quite soon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off strong, I would like to get to, and this is a bit cheating I suppose because it's actually 2 books, but I want to do it as a tandem read. I would like to get to Powerless and Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I have had these books on my shelf since the middle of last year easily. Obviously when I first got into reading, I was picking up all the hyped popular books, and for some reason I just still haven't got round to these, and I really want to. I think Powerless is on my 25 in 2025, so it would be good in that respect. I'm not sure about this one, but like I say, I want to read these as a book, if you like, together, because I believe they're really good as a tandem. I don't know too much about this book, even though it's been all over the internet, but I do know I think it's got trials in it. I've obviously heard of Payden and Kai, so I know there's obviously going to be a love story there as well. But yeah, I don't know too much, thankfully. So they are going to be book number 1, even though it's 2 books. Shh, don't tell anybody. Then the next book that I would like to read not in 2025. The next book on my list I would like to read this year is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. This book, I think, came out a long time ago, 2014. So it's not a new book. It's one that's been popular in its time. The main reason for me picking up this book is it is part of a bigger universe, and I don't know what that universe is called, but I think it is part of a bigger universe. And also I picked up Dance of Thieves last year and didn't realise that really to get a better reading experience of that book, you should read The Remnant Chronicles, which is these first 3 books in a trilogy. So that was my main reason for picking them up. And like I say, since it's been delivered, which was a few weeks ago, I just keep looking at it, and the story just makes me really want to read it. So if you've not heard about this book, I'll give you a quick rundown. I don't want to be too long on these because obviously it makes the video really long, and I don't want it to be boring. I want it to be fast-paced and interesting. So it's basically about a princess called Leia. She's the first daughter and is expected to have the revered gift of sight, which she doesn't, and to be happily married to a prince she has never met, which she won't. On the morning of her wedding, Leia flees to a distant village. She settles into a new life, hopeful, when 2 mysterious and handsome strangers arrive, and unaware that one is the prince she was meant to marry, and the other an assassin sent to kill her. As deception swirls, Leia finds herself on the brink of unlocking perilous secrets that may unravel her world, even as she begins falling in love. So, like I say, this was one I really like the sound of, and I'm just trying to go back to some of the earlier fantasy books. So that's book number 2. Book number 3 is Nightweaver by R.M. Gray. I bought this book a few months ago. I think it was definitely this year in Waterstones. I haven't heard an awful lot about it, but I was really intrigued by the setting, because I think this family are set at sea at first, and then I think they do end up living on land. But like I said, I don't know too much, and I don't want to go too much into it, but that is definitely another one I would like to start. I think this is the beginning of a series. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But like I say, I don't mind starting series. So that was book number 3. Book number 4 is Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This has been everywhere. These are all quite popular books, I think, that I'm going to be holding up. So you've probably seen them before. But again, this is classed as a dark fantasy romance, and it's the first book in a, I don't know if it's a duology or there is going to be more in the series. Please let me know if you know. I am intrigued to get to this basically because they have to take part in a game. And again, that's something that really intrigues me in stories, as long as it's done differently and we're not seeing the same things being repeated. I know this has been really well accepted by people, so I'm looking forward to getting around to this one. The fifth book, is it the fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth book on my list that I would like to get to this year is a new release, or it was released in, let me tell you, it was released, well, it says 2025. I think it was a July release, if I'm honest, and that is Nightshade by Autumn Woods. There are 2 different covers for this book. There is one that the Works are doing with the couple on the front and the sprayed edge. I really liked this cover, which is why I bought it. This is, I believe, book 1 of a series, and it's Sorrow Song University. I don't know a lot about it again. All I know is that it's a university-based setting, and I believe there's a bit of a blend of genres. So we see mystery in there, we see fantasy elements in there. We see, I don't know if we see a bit of dark romance in there, but I think there's a bit of a blend of genres. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one, and I'm thinking probably this is one I'm probably going to get to first. Then we get to book number 6. This has been on my TBR several times. I think it's 2 or 3 times at least, and I've just not picked it up, and I don't know why. I have got the whole series, and I'm going to try and stop doing that, buying all the books in the series before I've read the first one, because obviously if you don't like the first one, then you're not going to want to continue, and you've technically wasted your money. So I need to get better at that, really. However, the book in question is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. This is a well-loved series again, but I think what's putting me off is they talk about the toxicity. I can't get my words out. The toxicity of the relationships in this, and I'm just not sure whether it's going to be for me. However, I would like to get to this book before the end of this year, and I think this is on my 25 books in 2025, so again, that'd be another good reason to give it a try. Book number 7 is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This, I think, was a TV programme. Again, let me know if I am wrong. And it was published in paperback in 2011. So this is a really old series. Again, I've got all the books in this series. However, sometimes if the series is cheap, I don't see the issue with buying it. And I think this one cost me like the price of a book for the whole series. I got it in 66 books last year. So yeah, but I think this one I'm going to try and leave till September, October time. I think that'd be when it'd be really good to read this, even November, in fairness. So if I can get to it in the next, like, well, not August, but September, October and November, I'll be really pleased. Book number 8 on my list that I would like to get to this year is Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. I bought this beautiful edition from Waterstones last year. I knew I wasn't going to end up reading it last year, but however, I wanted this book. So I have read the Caraval series, which was Caraval, Legendary and Finale. And this is the holiday novella, which is based around Christmas time. So it's just beautiful, and I think there's some like illustrations in here. I don't want to give too much away, but there's pictures in there. I obviously would love to get to this in December. November is a possibility, but definitely I think December time would be the right vibes for this book. Then book number 9 on my list is a recent purchase. I bought this a couple of weeks ago, and that's Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. This book is just giving autumn vibes all over. If you can see, it's just beautiful. And this is about Belladonna Blackthorn. She hasn't lost her magical spark, but she hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop, we love a bookshop, handling her toxic boss and concealing her witchcraft from those around her, Belle is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind, but when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, Belle risks losing her magic forever. With only a month to fix things and a suspicion that dark forces may be working against her, Belle will need all the help she can get from the women in her life, from an unlikely mentor figure, and even from an infuriating coven watchman who's sworn to protect her. So I think we know where this is possibly going, but like I say, lovely autumnal read, September, October time, even again November, perfect. So it's just one I'd like to get to. And then the last but not least book I would love to get to this year is a very new buy. I think I bought it last week, and as I'm filming this, we're towards the end of July. And this is Shield of Sparrows by Devney Perry. Haven't got a clue what this is about. It's a chunky book, but that never puts me off because I'm reading a lot of chunky books this year. This is a romantasy, and it just says at the top, fear the monsters we make. But I've seen this all over the place, and it's getting really good reviews, and I wanted to be in on the hype basically. So this is definitely one I'd like to get to. On the back it just says, a treaty sealed in magic, a fate born of monsters, a love foretold by legend. So yeah, I'd really like to get to this one. So they are the 10 books I would like to read before the end of 2025. Let me know some of the books you would like to read before the year's out. Like I say, I have got some series I would like to finish up, which I may do a video for them as well, coming soon, hopefully. And yeah, just let me know what you're up to, what you're reading. Like I say, I love talking to you in the comments section. And thank you all for the recent subscribers. I really appreciate your time watching me waffling on about books that I love or want to read. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.